So,
Everything's going to just make sure this up a little bit more.
okay.
Yep.
What's up, Facebook? So I'm gonna have you move a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
I know the chairs are. No, my camera can't get them. My camera can't get. Yeah. Nope. Jelly bean. So what we're gonna do is, ain't nothing worse than rejection. This is my cut, boy. Be a little better if you slap. Hey. Hey, what's the call-in number? I know. So if somebody's calling in as a guest. Shoot, I knew you were about to start telling me that. All right, 312-705.
Yeah.
5855. Okay. Yeah. Oh. All right, we're ready, man. So you have to. I'll do you right. Come on. Oh man, boy. So what we're gonna do is, so when you speak, just kind of move over.
Yeah. And
then when you speak, cause I got it in the middle, both of y'all.
Okay.
Because you guys are live now on Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook.
Hey, Facebook people.
Facebook. Your phone. You're not live on yours?
Oh, I didn't know if I could. I wasn't sure if we could. Okay.
What's up? Oops. What's up? Good God above. All right, WVON family, 1921 radio family. Que pasa? What's going on? How you guys doing? It's your boy. Give me some of that. Sorry. Good God above. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the 1921 radio show. What's up, WVON family listeners? Man, it's great to be back. I swear Thursday flies by like this. The week flies by like this. Now, I just got back from Vegas. It was my wife's 50th birthday. We went out there to see Usher. And he performed actually on her birthday.
Oh, wow.
It was bananas, all right? I got a picture. He was literally standing right behind us. And, all right, real quick, okay? All right, welcome, everybody, WVM 1920 Radio. So I just got back from Vegas. So you guys already know the whole Keke Palmer and her baby daddy issue, right, with Usher. So Boondocks had an episode that's been trending lately, where my man says, "Dude, you lost your girl to Usher. I can understand T.I., right? But Usher, right? So this came out a while ago. It's almost like Simpsons, right? Yeah. Where everything that comes on Simpsons now is happening. Yeah. Well, this is the same thing. The Boondocks episode where a guy loses his girl to Usher, right? So the main character from Boondocks says, "Man, you lost your girl to Usher? I mean, I can understand T.I., right? But Usher." So who did Usher have playing guest Friday night? T.I.
Amazing.
As soon as he said T.I., everybody was like, shade for real. Like, dude, you lost your girl to me and not T.I. And so it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Wow. But Vegas was nice. I haven't been to Vegas in 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And so to go back, I was like, and I really had no plan to go back. I didn't really like it. Yeah. But because of Usher, my wife's like, "Can we go?" I was like, that's the only reason why I want to go. Man, I'm like, Vegas is dope now, boy. 15 years later, man. And I gambled for the first time ever.
Did you win?
Ever. I won. I won big too. And then I walked away. The dudes were like, "Dude, where you going?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm done."
Right.
I don't even gamble. I don't even gamble, bro. So they were like, because I was on the roulette. I had never played roulette. I didn't even know what I was doing. I literally got money out the ATM and went to the cashier. I was like, "Hey, I want to get some chips or whatever. I want to." It's my first time gambling. He goes, "Yeah." So you go to the table to get the chips. Oh, okay, my bad. So I'm at the cashier. He's probably looking at me like, "Who is this clown?" Right? Mm-hmm. So I go to the table. I go, "I don't know what I'm doing." She goes, "All right, well, how much do you want?" I go, $100. She gives me the chips. I go, "Okay, so how does this work? Like just put them all on. No, pick what numbers you want. Minimum $25. I was like, all right, bet. I put up, I picked like 2, 8, 28, just random numbers and hit the first time.
God.
$175
Look
off
at
a
that.
$25 bet.
Look at that. Look at that.
And then so I was like, this is dumb. This is fun.
Yeah.
So the guy sits next to me. He just won $5,000 on blackjack. So he's playing with house money.
Oh God.
Right. And so I'm playing with $70. I'm playing with $75 with the house money because I put 100 in. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, I think I know what I'm doing. Lose 2 times in a row. Boom, hit 2 times in a row. So I walked away with like $600-700.
There we go.
So I was like, all right. So dude was like, oh man, you got that beginner's luck stuff. So he started putting his chips on my numbers, right? Which I didn't know you could do. I'm like, hey dude, I thought those were my numbers. No, you could do that. Boom, he's hitting, but he's putting like $100, whatever.
Right.
I'm making this dude money. And so I'm like, okay, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I made my money. He's like, no, man, don't go, bro. I was like, dude, I'm done, man. I'm like, I'm not a gambler. I can walk away. Trust me. Like, I could run away. Cash my little money in, was like, doo-doo. I kept a couple for souvenir, like little $5 ones. Watch out, the table. Sorry. Anyway, so it was fun. Vegas was fun. But Usher, it was a trip. The brother, let me tell you, the brother gives a show.
Yeah.
The whole set. He started late, but hey,
yeah.
Supposed to start at 9. That brother came on at 9:40, but killed it.
That's awesome.
Anyway, welcome to 1921 Radio. We have some very, very special guests. As you guys know, 1921 Radio, as well as 1921 Co-working and Incubator, is named to honor Black Wall Street, right? A little over 100 years ago, 600 Black-owned businesses in an area about the size of Fulton Market in downtown Chicago, Fulton Market, and 10,000 residents. Was a thriving community where we had everything we needed. We supported each other and this, that, and the other. As you guys know, in 1921 is when it was subsequently destroyed. A lot of people don't know it was built right back. Okay. And that's why we were called 1921, because of the resiliency that we can build. And I'm just trying to bring that back to everyone. Okay. That we can build all this stuff of, oh, we're oppressed and nobody likes us and all this other crap. Listen, we can do it ourselves if we really want to. And that's what 1921 is about, 1921 Radio. You can now listen to 1921 Radio on live at 1921radio.com. Next week, in 2 weeks, we've got some incredible guests or people who are going to have their own shows. Yes, their own show. You too can have your own radio show. You've been sitting at home. You have your own business. You want your own 1-hour radio show. You can get it. All right, 1921radio.com. If you're a small business or entrepreneur, we want to do a story on you. We've got some guests here that we just did a story on. Denobi. Is it Denobi detergent or detergent Denobi or dirty Denobi? Denobi detergent. I'm sorry, like what's my man's name? I just messed it up, right? Busta Rhymes. Denobi detergent. I can't do it. I can't do it. My mouth is too big. So anyway, I have some guests in the studio. You can read their article on 1921radio.com. You can read their article on 1921radio.com. It's an incredible story. They're here in the studios now to tell their story. I'm going to let them introduce themselves right now. Can you please introduce yourselves to the WVOM family and the 1921 Radio family, please?
I am Sylvia Emua.
Hello.
Yeah. And I'm Augie Emua, and we are Denobi Detergent, but right now we are also Dirty Laundry by Denobi Detergent.
I love that. Now explain Denobi Detergent. Where did you get the name from? First of all, the name is dope.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So the name actually is from my heritage. So my dad is.
Where are you from? Cleveland? Oh,
nah,
Nigeria. Okay.
Southside Chicago.
Southside Chicago.
But Pops is Nigerian or whatever.
Okay.
So he's Igbo.
Igbo.
So,
okay.
My dad actually has an interesting story. He was a youth soldier in the Biafran War. Biafran War was one of the ugliest civil wars in Africa. Wow. It was one of those wars where all the imagery from remember back in the day to feed the children.
Sure. Yeah.
All that imagery came from the war that my dad fought.
Wow.
2.5 million people died in that war. My daddy did.
2.5 million.
Millions and millions and counting. They stopped counting after a certain period of time.
Wow.
And it's crazy because so much of that war was, sort of facilitated by the powers that be outside of the continent. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, the folks that were in that war, that were the victims of that war, they were victims at the direct hand of folks that look like them. Okay, wow. So when you think about that level of tribalism, it's crazy. But my dad had a dream. He had hope. He had perseverance. He thought that he was precious. So he named so he would always come to me and say, hey, Austin, Denobi. Denobi. And I'm looking at this dude like, man, you got me on the south side of Chicago. I tell folks all the time I was African before being African was cool. Wasn't no burner boy and all this.
Right.
And man, that man was like, Nobi. And I said, okay, cool. So Sylvia knows that story. When Sylvia started to develop the product and we got something solid, she said, what should we, well, I asked her, I said, what are we going to name it? And she said, Denobi. Wow. So it really truly is after our Igbo, my Igbo heritage, and our Igbo heritage at this point.
Wow. I just thought the name was cool. I didn't know what it meant. I'm like putting names together. Is it like Diane and something? You know what I mean? Noel, you know what I mean? But it's a cool name. And it even sounds cool saying it, right? You know what I mean? Like, give me the Denobi.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? I'm for real. So explain to our listeners, what is Denobi?
Okay, so Denobi as a product is a 100% plant-based detergent.
I love it.
Brand. We also make other soaps like dish soap.
Mm-hmm.
We're also looking to develop some other stuff, but that's a little bit down the line next year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's basically what we do because we wanted to make sure we were able to offer a more premium product, a more clean product, because we did notice more people popping up with allergies. And, you know, we also know the environmental issues that are going on right now, especially with water still being an issue in some places. I know we don't necessarily feel it here, but we're starting to see it come up. So trying to be a little bit more earth friendly. That's really the goal. And of course, being sensitive to other people's skin, because that seems to be an issue more than it was before.
So when you say plant-based, I mean, I know it sounds like we know what we're talking about, like to the untrained ear. What exactly, for our listeners, what exactly does that mean, plant-based detergent?
So it means that all the cleaning agents, surfactants are all derived from a plant.
Okay.
Not chemically concocted. It's not, you know, like methyl ethyl.
Okay, sure. Stuff we can't.
It's definitely derived from like coconut, sugar, things of that nature in order to, you know, and of course combine to work together to be effective.
Wow. So when you look at other detergents that may be in the Walmarts and whatever, when they say clear and whatever, are those really, I mean, obviously I can tell they're not, you know, plant-based, but it gives that perception, right? You kind of feel like it's good for you, whereas Denobi is actually good for you.
Yes.
Correct.
So the free and clear is just no color to the same thing that they put in the other bottles. That's real, and I'm not being facetious.
No.
That's really what it is.
Okay.
It's free and clear.
It's just clear color and free of perfume. That is it.
That is it.
Everything else is the same.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so with plant-based, what does that do for I mean, like, so I wash my clothes. I mean, am I going to feel the difference, or am I going to see the difference, or am I going to, what exactly will that do? Because I mean, you know, we bought free and clear for our youngest son because his skin was so sensitive, right? So obviously I need to get some Denobi because, you know, I mean, he's older now, but we're still focused on that sensitivity part. So how does that work? Like, what are the benefits of it? Because we need our listeners to buy the product.
Right. So the benefits are what we've seen, what our customers have conveyed to us is relief.
Okay.
Probably number one, especially those with eczema, psoriasis, those types of issues, people who have had some other ailments that are sensitive to smell, they get relief.
Okay.
It also cleans your clothes just as, actually better than some of the main brands, because we formulated to only leave water on the clothes so that nothing irritates your skin, and all of that perfume, all that stuff is off.
Wow.
But we also got to dive a little deeper. So I think it's two things, right? You know, first of all, this is 1921 radio. So you have, like, first the symbolic aspect of it.
Sure.
And you think about the spending power in the Black community specifically, especially in a category that Procter & Gamble, Unilever, all these big brands just swallow up, right? I mean, literally, we are spending $500+ billion in that industry.
Wait, 500 billion?
Billion.
We spend the most.
Billion in that industry. We spend the most out of any cultural subgroup demographic, period. And amazing advertisers like the Burrell Cats have done some research and found that a part of the reason why we spend the most is because we are constantly trying to focus on being clean. And that comes as a direct correlation to being kidnapped and enslaved.
Wait, what?
Correct.
Okay.
Because when you were dehumanized, right? When you were dehumanized and you weren't given shoes or you weren't given the resources that you needed to clean yourself up. Once you get those resources, right? Now it's just like, I can't be clean enough.
Gotcha.
So if you look at our cultural norms as a people, oftentimes that's when you start seeing us really, really focused on cleanliness, right? That's part of the reason why now moving into the actual science behind our product, it really is special because we knew going in, yeah, we wanted to try plant-based because Sylvia's turning around bottles and she's seeing chemicals like the ones I'm about to read off. She's seeing chemicals like the sodium lauryl sulfates, not safe. Skin and eye irritation is always something that you see with that ingredient, yet it's in so much of the stuff that's on the shelves. You see sodium borate, not safe, but it's positioned as a green ingredient and it has numerous issues, immune issues, organ toxicity, fertility damage, damage to unborn children. These are some of the things that are in common household products that we are using, right? So Sylvia's like, no, we're going to do this the right way. Now, my wife is like literally the modern day Claire Huxtable to me.
Okay.
She's super classy. I'm from the South Side. I'm from a certain neighborhood. And my wife gives me so much grace. She is just such a classy person. She said, no, we're going to create something that is integrity based. And I'm like, oh Lord, I know this is going to cost a lot of money. But she said, our people deserve, she said, all people, all skin is precious, and we deserve things that are gentle on our skin that works. So now we go back to the cleaning aspect though. All right, well, how are we going to get it to clean really well? Because we know we've been using some of this other plant-based stuff and it ain't working. So how are we going to get it to really, really work effectively? All of a sudden, we landed on sugars. So there's a specific way we do our chemistry that is a trade secret. We own 100% of our formula.
I love to hear that.
Trade secret. We use a sugar base and sugar components to make sure that plant-based can actually be effective and get it white, get it clean. Yeah. So there's two sides of it. It's a symbolic piece.
I love the symbolic piece, which is
where we spend the most, right? We're on 1921. We spend the most on this product, but yeah, we own less than 1% in that industry. All right. Other piece that is more science and like performance based is that we've eliminated any of these toxic chemicals, yet we still clean really well by using sugars.
This is incredible because, especially the symbolic, again, 1921 radio, named to honor Black Wall Street and what we had.
Yes.
Right. A little over 100 years ago, that we had our own thriving community and everything. And to see that this $500 billion, Black people, not everyone. You're talking about just the African American community spends $500 billion on detergents and soaps and whatnot.
Yes, you can find that on Nielsen.
Find it on Nielsen.
Right.
And let me tell you another little thing that's a secret too. A lot of folks don't realize, like most people that get into the detergent bit, because it's such a behemoth, but you can have a really good business if you can, get customers. Most companies that start, man, don't start with less than about a $2-3 million investment. We've seen, you can go on Crunchbase, you can look at the numbers, you can look at these companies. They started about $5 million. We started about 5,000.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, we're truly the sort of mom and pop underdog that's really trying to do something because for me, Sylvia's background is business. My background is education. And this is equity work for us.
Yeah.
And then also, we really, really care about the community. And that's why Dirty Laundry is cool because we get to share space with the community, learn about the community, and just feel the community.
Right.
So it's the perfect location, 5230 South Harper Avenue in the amazing, amazing Harper Court area, historic Hyde Park, where we ran into you.
I know. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Now, I need to know, because what we're going to do is, so 1921, so how does it come? Is it like in a bottle or?
So it is in a bottle, 32 ounces.
Okay.
People look at it and they're like, I got the question today. That's all.
Right.
Yes, that is all you get.
You don't know what it took to put in.
Right.
I know, right. That is liquid gold, y'all.
Right.
No, seriously. So we also formulated, we put a lot into this formula. Now that we're really talking about it, we did put a lot into the formula to make sure that it was concentrated, so you would get a lot of bang for your buck.
Okay.
The price sounds big to some people,
Sure.
because you're used to getting the gigantic.
Yeah, you used to getting 800 million ounces for $3.50, but it doesn't do anything.
But it doesn't do anything. A lot of it passed a certain point in this water.
Okay.
So what we're giving you is truly concentrated. It's truly effective. You truly only need a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to give. Hey Jay, we need to give some of this detergent away for people to try it. People who could try it. People to try it. Yeah. All right, so 1921 is going to buy a couple bottles here. Hey. So we need caller number. I don't know. Lauren, what's your favorite number?
What's your favorite number?
30. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll take half of that. All right, we'll take half of that. All right, we'll take half of that. Okay, 3. We'll go with 3. All right, so caller number 3, 591-1690, 773-591-1690. You're going to get the first, and they can pick it up at the
5230 South Harper.
5230 South Harper. All right, so you can pick it up. You ain't got to wait for me to mail it out like I did last time. Okay, so third caller, 773-591-1690. You are going to get a free bottle of this Denobi plant-based detergent. I want you to hear what he just. I'm still tripping. Black folks spent $500 billion on Tide and Purex and all that other stuff. I know, because I was one of them. I'm changing today. Well, I got to finish this bottle I got now. I got to get my $3.60 worth. And then after that, I'm taking my Denobi. But guys, and I've said this before, Black Wall Street, if we had the mindset of Black Wall Street, we literally could, your business, all these businesses could be supported.
Easy.
Every single one.
And look, I mean, literally. So most people, how often do you buy detergent?
Probably, now that our 2 oldest kids are gone, not as much.
But when your kids were there?
Oh, all the time. I would buy like 5 of them.
5 of them, right?
Yeah, because one sock, 2 socks, it's just crazy. Like, boy, what are you doing?
Right. So if you think about it, this is gonna be real simple math.
Okay.
Real simple math problem.
Good, bro, because I'm a communications major.
If you take a 1 month break, right? All of our families took a 1 month break and just, you know what, cool. I want to at least support. I want to at least make sure I patronize this thing. And even if I don't want to dive into it completely because I know grandmama used that Tide and I'm faithful to it.
Right.
Man, take 1 month of a break and decide shift that over to Denobi.
Yeah.
Right. And just see what happens. Literally, if that happened, that would completely transcend and transform the game for our community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just simple math.
It's 780,000 Black people in the state of Illinois.
In the state,
780,000 in the state of Illinois. Okay.
Let's multiply that by $14.99.
Right, exactly. Exactly. All right, so 10% of 780,000 is 78,000. All right, 5% of 78,000 is whatever half of 78,000, 80, 40, 38. All right, 36,000. So 5%. So let's take even half of that, right? We'll take 2.5%. So 36. If 15,000, 17,000 Black folks, 0.5%, 2.5% were to say, I'm going to support Denobi detergent this month. And if I like it, I'll buy it again. It's going to last me a long time.
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to try it. And listen, I tell everybody all the time, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Okay. But you can buy both. All right. You can buy, all right, I'm gonna keep my Tide because Big Mama was like, Tide is the best. But I'm gonna try Denobi because we're in another time.
Correct.
We're in 2023.
Correct. Right.
And at the time when Big Mama was buying detergent, there was no Black-owned detergent, at least that we knew of.
Correct.
So I'm gonna buy Denobi. And I'm going to buy my Tide. And I'm going to try my Denobi. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try Denobi on my clothes.
Correct.
Let the kids do whatever.
Correct.
And then see the difference. So third caller, we're going to give away if 2.5% of the Black community were to say, I'm going to buy Denobi detergent, the amount of job, and one of the things I talk about, and they know this on the show,
correct,
the main reason I say we need to support Black-owned business is so we can create jobs in the community.
That's it.
Not waiting on the governor, not waiting on the mayor, not waiting on the president, but the community can literally support enough businesses to create jobs in the community. If 2.5% of the Black population in the city in the state of Illinois, let's just say Chicago, 2.5%. If 15,000 Black folks were to say, I am going to buy a Denobi detergent, how many jobs will we be able to create? It's phenomenal.
Mm.
And we're gonna, after we get the third call and we take a break, I want y'all to figure that out.
Man.
We got third call on right now. All right, go ahead, send them through, please. You're listening to 1921 Radio with Denobi Detergent. You're the third caller. What's your name? You better have a name now. Okay, I'm about to say, girl, don't have me get this to somebody else now. All right, what's your name again? Zorinda on the line. And how old are you on this day? I'm sorry.
Right.
It's Zorinda. And where are you from? Southside. Where are you from? Hyde Park. Okay, I'm sorry, Zorinda. I'm sorry. You did it, girl. You said Zorinda on the line. Zorinda, you are our third caller. You're about to get this incredible detergent. Do you know where Harper Court is in Hyde Park?
Come on.
Come on, girl.
Come on. Come
10
back.
years ago. Come on now. So listen, I want you to stop by there. When what are the hours there? When are you open?
So Monday through Friday, we are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, we are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Did you get that? Say your name again. Zorinda. Did you get that, Zorinda? In other words, don't go there at 6 in the morning. Don't go there at 10 at night. You go there before any time in the middle, you'll be good. So I want you to stop by there. All right, her name is Zorinda. So nobody, because we got a lot of listeners. I don't want nobody coming in there. Yo, my name's Zorinda.
Right.
No, I'll write it down. I got you, Zorinda.
All right. So Zorinda, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to give your phone number to Jay, our engineer, okay? And that's how we're gonna be able to tell it's you, okay? So we're gonna give it to the Iwu. Say your name, last name again. Imua. Doesn't that just sound cool? Oh, yeah. First of all, Denobi. Imua. All right. I feel like I'm about to. I feel like,
it so well.
Dude, I'm just saying, bro.
He's an Igwe.
Is that what it is? I love it. I love it. Yeah, let me speak to. Nah, I just messed it up. I just messed it up. All right, Zorinda. So make sure you give Jay your phone number, okay? Okay. So don't hang up. Don't hang up because we're gonna have 10 Zorindas showing up, and we're not gonna know who it is without the phone number. So don't hang up.
One bottle to one Zorinda.
Right, we're giving one bottle to one Zorinda. The actual Zorinda, the way you say it. I like the way you say it. You don't say Zorinda, you say Zorinda. I love it. Thank you for listening to the 1921 radio show, Zorinda. Now don't hang up. Make sure you give your phone number to Jay so we can give it to the Denobis. I mean, the turd is Denobis. I'm all over the place. All right. Thank you. All right, so we already know that we're looking for 2.5% of the Black population, which is roughly 17,000 people, if they bought the detergent once a month.
Correct.
Right? For a year.
Correct.
$14.
Correct.
$15. Round it up.
Correct.
$15. What is that? Let me see how much that is. I mean, how many jobs can we create? So if 20,000, I keep going up, right? So if 17,000 Black folks spent $15 a month for a year to support this Black-owned business, that's $3 million. How many jobs can we create with $3 million?
Oh, gosh.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
I mean,
In the words of my Nigerian father, Chineke.
yes.
That means, oh my God.
Oh my
I love it. Do you see what the power of the Black dollar? We already know what it is. Every other business, every other company knows what the power of the Black dollar can do. When I teach a class in entrepreneurship, I say, do you think they put Black people in Ford commercials because, well, they just want to be nice to Black people?
Correct.
No, they understand psychology.
Yeah.
They understand that if Black people see Black people driving Ford, they're going to come in and buy a Ford.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
it is, and then they learn the buying power of Black people.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard this before, and again, I'm not telling you to leave your beloved whatever behind. Okay, but I am telling you, you need to still support Denobi detergent as well. You can do both. What hurt Black businesses during segregation was that people were like, oh, I don't have to eat at the Black restaurant anymore. I can eat at the white one now.
Correct.
And then they completely abandoned the Black restaurants. Sure. I saw a brother on TikTok talking about this, and one brother said this is what happened to Black Wall Street. They rebuilt Black Wall Street, and it started to thrive again. And then desegregation came, and then everybody left all the businesses in Black Wall Street.
For sure.
Because they're like, oh, now I can eat at the white restaurant. I can ride in a white cab now. And there was a brother who's from North Carolina. There was a Black Wall Street in North Carolina as well. His family owned the bus systems in the Black Wall Street area.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when desegregation came, Black people literally stopped riding their buses so they can sit in the front of a bus.
Mm.
Okay, now I get the significance of riding in the front because you couldn't before, but to say I don't have to ride the black bus now is what hurt us. Okay, and I'm not advocating not riding buses. Okay, all right, I just want to make sure because I know we got some people out there. But what I am saying, you can do both. It put their family completely out of business.
For sure.
You know,
But, and so it doesn't even just stop there, right? Right now, people don't know that in the Chicago area, there's one of the very, very few major black manufacturers. Here's the thing with that. A lot of people don't understand that, yes, you can own a name, you can own a brand, you can have a lease, but do you own the back end? Do you own the infrastructure? Do you own the crop yield, right? We actually have a manufacturer that does that. So not only does it create jobs for us as an organization and multi-tier jobs too, entry level, mid-level, executive level, it also creates infrastructure.
Yes.
Because that manufacturer, that's our manufacturer, right, is the one that's in line to make sure that we pick up those pieces and keep that thing going. And now you have a full engine. Yeah. See, a lot of folks, so like the first number is that job number. The first number is that sort of community number, right? The second number is the behind the scenes number. Right. Where literally when you have access to these things, our chemist is an organic chemist that's out of Stanford University. She is a sister. That's who helped us directly to build our product.
Infrastructure. I love that. That's the new word of the day.
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure when it comes to black businesses. That is the word of the day. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I just stuck out.
But it's just interesting, man, because like these folks are friends of ours. They become mentors of ours in this space as we continue to talk through product development stuff. It's just amazing to know that we have that sort of like full pipeline in this historically black power political city like a Chicago, right? And a lot of folks just don't sometimes know that.
Right.
So we want to make sure that people really understand the opportunity we have to really break into a space. I remember there was one retailer that wanted to bring us on. And it was going to be a good situation for us, but they couldn't bring us on. We found out from an insider that they didn't want to take the risk because they felt like our category would be very much easier to do if it was inside the skincare and hair or food. They were like, if you're doing skincare, hair, if you're doing hair or food, that's sort of like where we see some consistency because we've got proven entrepreneurs in that space. Great. But let's also start to break into some other spaces. Like we love our hair care brands. You see our daughter's over there with the box sprays. We're going to do all of that. And we also love our food, period, point blank. But then also, what are some of the other things that we can actually do outside of just those segments? So yeah, we found out from an insider that was a part of the reason why they didn't want to take the risk on us because they were just like, okay, well, this is kind of different. Now you have a minority-owned, black-owned business that's in the detergent space. How does that work? Right?
Wow.
It's not a lot of us out there. It's a few of us, but it's one of those things where grandmama used Tide, and we never got paid by Tide to use Tide.
Right.
Never got supported by Tide to use Tide. But again, Tide is all. I mean, whatever, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, it's one of those things where, you can. Sorry about that. We got a group of people coming on board to listen to 1921 Radio in a few, and 1921 Radio. What did I just say?
1921 Radio.
Yeah, we got some people coming on. But it's one of those things again, and like I said, before, is that the amount of jobs that'll be created in the community, right? The amount of jobs that'll be created, but more than that, that's my new word of the day. I'm just telling you, that's my new word, infrastructure, right? The fact that we'll own the infrastructure of the business, right? We'll own the infrastructure, which means, and here's what happens when you own the infrastructure of a business, right? You can make the changes. You can make the decisions. It's why I tell people all the time that if you can, when you're opening up a business, if you can buy the building, if you can own the building, then you are building the equity net. You own the structure. You own the infrastructure. So when you want to change something, you can change it. And I think what you're saying is the fact that people can now own the infrastructure, that you can create that infrastructure is amazing to me.
Sure.
Is amazing to me. We're running up on a break here in a minute, but tell people again how they can find more information about you.
Well, you can always visit us at Dinobi, DINOBI, detergent.com. That's our website. That's our bread and butter. Please come on, learn about our product, learn a little bit about our story. But then guess what?
What?
You come over to 5230 South Harper Avenue in Chicago, Illinois, to Dirty Laundry, which is an experience. It's pretty cool how you get your laundry done. Also have some good times. Also talk to us, see us, feel us, experience us. And then you can also save on shipping costs if you come over to our location.
Yeah, because I'm not paying for shipping. So you got to go pick that bad boy up.
Correct.
We're gonna have you back on. We're gonna keep you on. We're just gonna come up on a break here. But say it one more time, how everybody can find you and connect with you.
First thing is, of course, website Dinobi Detergent, DINOBI detergent.com. That's our website. Go there, shop with us. If you are from out of town, you want to support, you want to learn about Sylvia and I and our product. Also, social media at Dinobi_detergent on Instagram, and also Dirty Laundry by, which is an X, Dirty Laundry by Dinobi, also on Instagram as well. But if you are in the Chicago area or visiting the Chicago area, please come to the historic Hyde Park neighborhood, 5230 South Harper Avenue. We are in the building 7 days a week, every single day. Team No Days Off. Please come over, shop with us, drop off that comforter, wash that comforter before you put it
I'm about to bring my comforter there. I'm about to bring my comforter.
Don't just toss it in the closet without washing that comforter. Don't wash that comforter with us. And we'll see you. And you can always try our products out as well. We've got a thing going on right now where just to encourage people to try the product, you can get a shot of Dirty Laundry by Dinobi. Well, Dinobi detergent at Dirty Laundry for 25 cents. You can't beat that. Even if you're going to
wait, I can wash a comforter for 25 cents.
Come on, wash a well, you can wash a comforter for a regular price.
Okay, I'm about to say, bro, don't tell me
I
can bring a comforter for 25 cents. Bro, I'll be there every 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm bougie like a bug.
You don't want to see the water bill and the gas bill.
No, we don't want to do that. But we want to support you so we don't have to worry about that water bill and that gas bill. And so I'm calling on 2.5% of the population, of the Black population in the state of Illinois. Anyone else can come on. Trust me, green does not discriminate.
Not at all.
And it's for everyone. And that's what I love. I mean, everybody wants that healthy skin. Everybody. This isn't just, whatever. I think the fact that you have two wonderful Black people who created it and plant-based. I've never had anything plant-based, let me tell you, except iceberg lettuce. And I don't even know if that's plant-based. That's about as close as I've come to plant-based anything, okay? So I can't wait to try this. I definitely can't do plant-based food. I am now I can go on my little binge and eat a couple salads here and there, but plant-based it sounds like that's what our ancestors used. You know what I mean? Like when they wash clothes or something.
But the thing with us is, again, our mission goes back to this. It's really, really simple. We're just trying to eliminate toxicity, like toxins in everyday household products. We started with Dinobi. We see ourselves expanding past that. But in the home, like the way that we ran into this was literally, I was a stressed out school educator, school principal at the time. I'm doing all the things. Sylvia seeing me in my meetings or going to work, scratching up on my back on the side of the wall.
Right.
The kids are having issues with diaper rash and all types of stuff. She just happened to turn the bottle around.
I love it.
And just happens to say, if I can't pronounce it, and I mean, we had at that time, like we were using like 4 or 5 different brands, 4 or 5 different brands.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Yeah. But real quick, again, how can everybody get in touch with you?
Dinobi, DINOBI, detergent.com. You can also visit us at Dirty Laundry by Dinobi at 5230 South Harper if you're in the Chicago area. Sure. If you're in the bustling Hyde Park area, 5230 South Harper.
All right, and we're going to give away another bottle of Dinobi detergent, all right, in the next half hour. So let's say around 10, 20-ish, 10 something-ish, something like that-ish. We're going to give away another, so you better be listening. All right, because what was her name? Zendaya? No. Zorinda? No, Zorinda. Dorinda.
It was
Dorinda. I'm about to be saying Zorinda. It's Dorinda.
Dorinda. Oh, my God.
I thought it was Zorinda. My bad. Dorinda. My bad. All right. So, all right. It's so great having you guys on. You guys are awesome. All right. We'll be back after these messages. Perfect. I just have to do that because we're going to I got to cut the video, and then we're gonna continue it. But I'm gonna finish the video so we're done with the that part's gonna be online. That's why I wanted to make sure.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about some of the content that you've heard so far? Seriously, how do we tell this story in a way that's easy, that's palatable, that makes sense? Thank you so much. We still in the studio. We're about to go back on the view. We wanted to take a moment just to check in with the folks. Great Chicago in the building, man. My brother stayed in the area. Love it.
Trying to get my whole family on the black sheep. That's okay. That's
It's
okay.
all good.
We are too.
It's
Don't
all
worry.
good.
Don't worry.
Right. But it's all good though.
You're not by yourself.
Hey, it's a pioneer. It's a pioneer situation. It's all good. Yeah. Or game show.
Or game show. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were those people trying to climb Mount Kilimanjaro with nothing but that one piece of rope and
Oh my goodness,
man. We good though. We good. I mean, we got great great people. And all movements start off the way they're supposed to start off. We did the right thing. Integrity is always gonna win. We're gonna keep it pushing.
I love that. I love that.
Commercial break.
Yeah.
1921 radio.
For sure.
If you're on Facebook, 1921radio.com, or go to the website, 1921radio.com.
Shout out to MJ. Watch this first logo.
Hey.
So real talk, like this radio show is so special because if you notice, like we're on radio right now, and it's just like because it's a radio station where we can really talk about our issues, the level of comfort y'all gonna see me have today. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually I let Sylvia do all the talking. Sylvia is like I said, you're classy. So like when we in certain spaces, I'm like, well, okay, I don't want to. But when I tell you that literally from the kickoff of this show, it's been nothing but let's really, really have honest conversations. It's very symbolic. It's a very symbolic moment. What do y'all think? Man, 1921radio.com.
That is too funny, Craig Chicago.
Craig Bennett.
We need to come with ATL and collect the slutty vegan.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, and I've eaten that slutty vegan a couple of times. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Hey, Ray, if you are there, please drop it. Mention it to them. We'll follow up with a call or a tag or a post. We'll do something to get connected with them. I actually had an amazing experience at Slutty Vegan. It was really, really dope. Plant-based business.
I want to know more about the Slutty Vegan. Is it because folks like myself cannot have tofu because of the hormones in it.
She said I hate tofu.
I cannot eat tofu. So is it tofu free?
I got the weakest stomach, but it was fire when we went. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. It was nice. It had a homegrown feel to it. It's just us, and then they got a really, really solid business. Like it was efficient. People were on point. It was great.
Have you been there?
Been where?
Slutty Vegan in Atlanta.
No, I have not.
But you know, James, he said he's not doing the whole thing. He's a carnivore. He's got to get his steak and his ribeye.
Oh my gosh! Did I just?
You're not carnivore. Oh, no, that's the side. Jeez. Oh my God. No, she asked to come out.
She wants to spend some time. And I told her, I was like, it's important. We want to spend some one-on-one time.
Yeah, we want you to see what we're doing.
Yeah.
No,
you'll remember it. You'll remember it when you're like 17 to maybe 25.
Like, I was at the radio studio. Hey Jay, she's probably gonna call in around 10:05, 10:07.
Yeah.
I told her 10:07 just in case.
Ray, I love that.
She can just be on hold until. Her name is Kenya.
Yo, my peoples. Miss Queen, how are you, Miss?
What's that? Yeah, I told 10:07.
Greetings.
I mean, because I knew the commercials used to go 10:05, 10:06. Okay.
Evening.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's
fine.
Interesting because we got a little mommy duty while we getting ready to go live. Miss Lauren, is hanging out with us in the studio, 1921radio.com, WVON. You got to understand, this is an amazing moment for us as a family because we get to be in a space that is a space focused on the honest conversations that need to happen in our community. Like that man said, he said if only 2% of Black Chicagoans, or not Chicagoans, Black Illinoisans, is 780,000 Illinoisans. If only 2% decided for 1 month just to support Black-owned business, support Denovi. Tide, keep your Tide, right? But also have that Denovi if you want to do something delicate on your drawers, your intimates, your baby clothes, whatever. Just have it in there with the Tide. If we did that one time in a month, that would create a very, very robust number of jobs in our community at multiple levels, right? So you're talking about at the entry level, at the mid level, at the executive level, and not to mention it creates a stream of resources, even past us, right? Just the consumer and the brand. When you start thinking about the Black manufacturers, the Black-owned manufacturers that you have right here, there are Black manufacturers right here in the state of Illinois, which is an anomaly in itself, right? So having that piece and that connection to the infrastructure is super important. We know that right now we are at a time in history where it's super important to take that stance. Communities have to stick together. They have to stick together. So everybody that's on this call, we just appreciate your love and support. It's not easy in any ways, making a highly efficacious, skin-focused brand. Instead of using all these crazy chemicals, what we're using are all natural products and doing our best to make sure that we present something really, really efficacious to the public. And we've accomplished it because of all of your support. Joy is on this boy. What up, Jay? Thank you so much. My sister and everything in life, man. Thank you. I know you saw Lauren. Lauren is in the building with us. And then, man, I want to say that might be 5'2". I think 5 Chanel 5. I wonder if that's 5'2" calling all the way from Italy. Hopefully you are well, my sister. Yo, thank you for coming on and checking us out. So real quick, the one thing that I'm going to do before we get back on the air is I want to go over some quick chemicals because I'm an educator for life. I want to make sure that you all have a list of chemicals to look for today. I want you to look for these chemicals today or tomorrow if it's too late for you. But I want you to look for these chemicals to check to see if you have any of these chemicals in any of your household products, starting with your detergent. Okay. So the first one, sodium laurate sulfate. Sodium laurate sulfate. Okay. Sodium laurate sulfate. It is not safe and has been implicated in several health concerns, including skin and eye irritation. You wake up, you have like a sort of swollen eye, or you're always just feeling like, you know what, your eyes watery or whatever the case may be. That is a chemical that's in your detergent.
Thank you,
What's
sir.
another one? I gotta hurry up. We're gonna do this last one. Sodium borate is not safe, often positioned as a green ingredient. It's often a green ingredient, right? But in fact, it's toxic and causes numerous health issues, including organ system toxicity, fertility damage, damage to an unborn child. That's in a very popular detergent. I ain't gonna air y'all out. But just know that the Denovi detergent does not have that in it. But those are just two. We about to get back on air. If you listen to 1921radio.com, you'll get the rest of the list, okay? But I always keep a hot list in my pocket because these are the things that made this woman decide to take a stand for our family and create, which means precious.
You guys are okay.
And it's one of our team members always says, you deserve something gentle on your skin. You deserve something gentle on your skin. I'm gonna just let that resonate. Because it's one of those packed statements. Maybe dirty laundry has gotten me a little dirty. Because usually I like to be a little bit more politically correct, but I'm like, I ain't.
Don't disturb.
These are all my intro songs. These are all my.
21radio.com.
I know. I wish
Don't disturb the screw. I'm giving my age.
All right, let me see if I can get my snap right there. So
2.
4.
So
Thank you. Put me on 2 on the 4, man, please.
4.
Jesus, help me.
We're going to come back. We have someone calling in for this event tomorrow. So we're going to let them talk for about 10, 15 minutes, and we'll come back with you guys. Listen. Pay attention. Are you listening? My favorite girl. I'm in another on a mountain. Pick me fountain. Flower blue everywhere. And where Cupid. Mary Claire, yeah. I said, don't disturb this groove. It's the way to tell you that. Oh, that's so cute. All right, man, we got to start. They about to get into it.
It's about to be a 15.
We got to start, man. We got live up here, man. It's a family show. All right, yeah. All right, welcome back, WVOM family. Welcome back, 1921 Radio family. Super excited. You know, when you hear Don't Disturb This Groove by the System, we're about to get back into the second hour, and that's my cut. All right, so you know we're about to kick things off when you hear the time. We're about to get back into it when you hear the system, and we're about to get back into it when you hear the time later on again. All right, I'm just saying. Man, it's so cool having you on a radio show. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do with myself. I got to find one of those little sounds like you go when they have the little whatever, like whoa, applause, whatever. You know, so I got to get one of those. I don't know. I'm gonna get that for the 1921 radio show. But hey, we have a very special guest. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm here every Thursday. Hey, we have some very special guests in the studio. We have a very special guest on the phone right now. Her name is Kenya. Girl, are you there? Good girl. First of all, please forgive my fake, very bad Jamaican accent. But thank you, Kenya, for calling. Kenya, first of all, you have Kenya, you can also read about Kenya and her amazing business on 1921radio.com. Amazing story. I love what she's doing. I'm a huge supporter, huge fan. And you can check out her radio interview on 1921radio.com. Just click on the 1921 radio interviews. Kenya, you've got something big coming up. What's going on? Okay. I've heard of it. I have heard of it. I love it. Now, what exactly where's it going to be for tomorrow? And as far as what is absolutely essential is doing, everything, absolutely everything essential. I just jacked that up. Anything. What? I never cleaned up. We had it made, but I'll pretend like we did. Okay. All right. I'll pretend like I'm cleaning up. All right. What am I listening to? Name a couple of the vendors. Let's give them some free shout outs. You have any off the top of your head? Okay. I love it. So tell them they got some free advertising on 1921radio.com and WVON. WVON family, we've been talking about this. 1921 is all about supporting Black-owned businesses, especially our Black women business owners. Yeah. So please come out. Give them the address and the time again tomorrow, Kenya. Oh, absolutely, girl. Come on now. All right, so that's 35th in Michigan, 5 to 9. Vendors, so bring your Cash App numbers, whatever. Bring your credit cards. Bring everything cash to support these small businesses. I love it, Kenya. You heard some of the businesses that are going to be out there. Ladies and gentlemen, family, 1921 Radio family, WVON family, any other family, please come out and support this incredible. It's called Bronzeville Nights, right? Summer Nights. I love it. Kenya, thank you so much for calling in and letting us know about this incredible event. All right, bye-bye. All right, WVON family, we are back in the studio. Real quick, I want to give you some programming notes. Next week, we were going to have our roundtable with CPD. That's actually been changed to the following week because we've got Fred Hampton Jr. coming in next week. And very excited about that on the Dish and the G show with G-Main and Mo. That'll be next Thursday. So we will have our roundtable event. I got to let CPD know so they can come, but it'll be on, I think that let's see, the 20th, the 27th. Okay, so that'll be on the 27th where we'll have the roundtable. We had to move some things around because we want to definitely make sure we give Fred Hampton Jr. The opportunity to come in. He's flying in just to be on 1921 Radio, just to be on the radio show with Dish and the G with Jermaine, G-Main, and more etc. So it's going to be a great show next week. Please call in, support, have your questions, call in just to support Fred Hampton Jr. I mean, we all know the history of this, all right? So please call in. That's a huge, major programming note. So make sure you're listening next. Well, you always listen, and I really appreciate that. You always listen to that, and I really appreciate that. All right, in about 3 minutes, we're going to give away another bottle of Denobe detergent. All right, and you can come pick it up. That's the beauty of it, right? You got to wait for me to come drop it off like I had to do the other prizes, right? You can come pick it up. Where can they pick it up, Denobe family?
5230 South Harper.
5230 South Harper. So you got to know where Hyde Park is, all right? If you're from Chicago, you got to know. Hopefully you know where Hyde Park is. It's right on Harper. And it's cool. They have their own laundry detergent, laundry mat. It's so cool. It's called Dirty Laundry. I'm bringing my comforter in there tomorrow. I'm just telling you. All right. I got to put it in my phone because I'll forget. But I'm bringing my comforter in tomorrow. All right. So we have in the studio. Please say your names again, please.
Sylvia Amua.
And Augie Amua.
Amua. Doesn't that just sound cool? Amua. I'll have the filet and the Amua. And some Kool-Aid. All right. It just sounds so cool. Where are you going? We're going to Amua. I mean, it's like a vacation place, man. I love it. I love it. So we have Cynthia. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, girl.
Isn't there in Street?
Yeah, in Nigeria, there's an Amua Street for sure. So my granddad, you know, he's a
wait. Do we have a prince in here? We got a prince.
We got something.
We got royalty here this month. Oh man!
But you know, I'm from the south side of Chicago, Inglewood, and the West Woodman and Rosa area. But yes, my people.
When I say he got his own money,
I knew it.
He got his own money.
I was trying to listen. I was African before it was cool. I'm telling you, man. Look.
Oh, I had to say that.
Granddad, Akbata had 3 wives, 27 kids, and you know, yeah, a lot of things.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to do that. I'm sorry. Sylvia, you hit the jackpot.
Like
you hit the big one, girl.
You have to. I get it. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I literally just watched that the other day.
He got his own.
That's literally why it's like stuck in my head.
Come to Moore Street in Anambra. Oh God, Nigeria, man. So we can see if we got our own money, I guess.
I love it. All right, so we need caller number 5 this time. Caller number 5. We're gonna give away another bottle of Denobe detergent. I mean, and this stuff. How long would it last? I mean, depending on how much you use of it, but
Depends on how much you use, but if you use it according to the instructions, it should last you a month.
A good month. Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Good gracious, I can't wait to get a bottle.
Mhm.
All right, so caller number 5, we're giving away another bottle. You can pick it up at Dirty Laundry at
5230 South Harper.
5230 South Harper.
Mhm.
And
No
you
shipping.
and you no shipping. And you can come tomorrow if you want.
Come
Imagine
tomorrow.
winning tonight, and picking it up tomorrow.
Come on, Friday.
All right, and it's Friday. I don't get paid tomorrow though. Dang.
Yeah. But there are some people that do.
There's some people that. Hey, so you know what? What needs to happen? We just need to have 1,000 people come by throughout the day. Don't come at one time. Throughout the day, and we need to support. We need to buy the Nobi detergent. The fact that it's plant-based and it's better for your skin than what's out there now is amazing. It really is. It's amazing, and I think that's what I'm looking forward to. Having my son wash his clothes with it. Because again, its skin is so sensitive, right?
Yeah.
And so, I may ship this to my mom and dad, and if my mom and dad buy it, you'll be shipping that every month because they got their own money. Let me just say, they got their own. They got old money, new money, the investment money. Me and my dad used to go back and forth on cryptocurrency.
Wow.
I mean, my parents have been investing since the 80s. I mean,
Oh, wow.
they're what's up, mom and dad?
Yeah.
But yeah, so and to put it like this, there's a woman in Gary who has this cookie called Heavenly Butter Cookies. She used to be in Walgreens. So my parents came to visit. We were in Walgreens, and she says, I just have a taste for some cookies. And so we just went over there and said, hey, Mom, there's some Heavenly Butter cookies. She's like, I love butter cookies. And we didn't have them. I just picked them up. My mother ate all of those Heavenly Butter cookies. I mean, ate all of them.
Wow.
And then they went back south. They were just visiting. And she said, James, go to Walgreens. Give me about 5 of them and mail them down. I said, okay. So, I'm chugging the jive, and I forgot all about it. Then I went and got it, and then they were no longer in the Walgreens. So fortunately, my mother she took one with her. So she bought 2, took one. So she said, well, here's the name of the company. Find them. So I found them in Gary, Indiana.
Wow.
So once a month, I drive to Gary, Indiana almost to get some cookies from my mom.
That's the thing.
Then my mom was like, do they ship? She got in touch with it. They became buddies. I mean, just send me the cookies. But she didn't really ship. So, of course, I go down, buy the cookies, come back, and mail the cookies off to my mom. Or if I go down there for Christmas, I bring a bunch of cookies with me. Yeah. I'm saying all that to say, my mom and dad love this stuff. Every month, they'll be like, do they have it where people can just do an automatic order, automatic shipping?
Yep.
Where they just, okay, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
You hear that, Rosetta Parker? All right, I'm just telling you, I'm about to send you some detergent. All right, we got caller number 5. And Dorinda, it better not be you again, girl. All right, caller number 5, how you listen to 1921 Radio with Dirty Laundry and Denobi Detergent. How are you tonight? Are you there? Caller number 5. Going once. Hello. Hi, you're caller number 5 on the 1920 Radio Show. How are you today? No, we love the dogs. We love the dog. It's just that when I said hello, all I heard was the barking. I was like, uh-oh. Is this one of those I identify as a pooch? I mean, I just want to make sure I got the right,
Yes.
So you can use the detergent. I'm just saying, don't come in there. I'm just like, what is your name, caller number 5? Crystal. Crystal Water. She does that, but she's home. I'm sorry. I got my memory. I don't know how my brain works like that. But Crystal Waters. I'm sorry, Crystal. You are caller number 5. Thank you so much for calling. Have you ever used a plant-based product before? Yeah. Have you ever used a plant-based product before? Oh, you have? Okay. Dr. Bronner soap, like facial soap or body soap or? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Castile soap? Is it what again? Can you say it?
Is it Castile soap?
Is it Castile soap? Oh, yeah. Well, look at these plant-based people talking that plant-based language. Because I'm sitting up here at Castile. So what the what? Well, thank you so much, Crystal, for calling. You know where Hyde Park is, right? Okay. What was the address again?
5230 South Harper.
5230 South Harper. Okay. All right. So pick it up tomorrow, okay, or whenever you can, and please make sure you give Jay your phone number, okay, so we know it's so that when just in case a whole bunch of crystals pop up out of nowhere. All right. So don't hang up. Hold on. All right. Be like, my name's Crystal. Crystal, what did he sing on the radio when he said Crystal? Right. It said, you know what I sang, right? Crystal Waters, homeless, unless you were watching. What was that name? What was that? Shoot, In Living Color. But she's hungry, or something like that. I can't remember. Crystal, thank you so much for calling, and thank you for listening to 1921 Radio. Okay.
Come check us out.
Oh, we got it. Okay, you got it. Okay, good. We got the phone. So what we're gonna do is Jade's gonna text me the numbers of the winners, and then we'll text them to you so you can whatever. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So we gave away some free. All right. Now here's what we need the rest of the community to do. We need you to go buy Dirty Laundry. Not buy it. I mean, go to the place, Dirty Laundry. All right. And purchase their product. Okay. Try it. It's gonna last a month. Okay. I can tell you already, the stuff I bought didn't last a month. And I'm the kind of person that's like, I'll pour the cup. I'm like, I don't think that's enough. Because I just feel like there's no way this whole thing is detergent only. You know what I mean?
You gotta tell them.
Yeah. So it's the industry is, it's all psychology, just like we talked about.
Right.
You remember the commercials where the detergent, the soap is just cascading down into the machine and the flowers come out of it, and then there's a meadow somewhere.
Yeah.
That, then the clothesline and the sheets are just flapping in the wind.
Right.
Everybody's smiling. Well, the truth is, a lot of that stuff, the reason that you're able to pour so much is because that past a certain point, it's just water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Past a certain point, it is just water.
People. Yeah, it's not. The more you're trained to believe that the more you use, the more clean.
Yeah.
It is, and that's actually not true.
Not true.
Not at all. No, not at all.
Wow.
Scientific, it's not true.
So the other day, somebody was in the laundromat, and the guy said, "Yeah, I want to try your detergent." I said, "No problem, fine. If you do our detergent, 25 cents, you can try it." So he puts the detergent up in there, and he says, "Another one." And I said, "Hold on." He said, "No, another one." And I was about to be like, "Khaled, like what we doing?"
Right.
And he kept saying another one, and I just finally asked him. I said, "Why are you what's going on? Why you want to do another one?"
Right.
And he's just like, suds. And I had to sit there and break down to him, suds are just simply overrated.
Right.
Well, suds are just simply bubbles.
Okay.
It is not the cleaning
It's
aspect of the detergent either.
In a minute, now we just got...
there's a reaction that makes the suds.
Sure.
But the cleaning...
You can make...
cleaning power is not the bubbles.
Right. But psychologically, look, I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
We have a washing machine right at home, but like if I got to clean my shoes, I'm not going to put even though my wife's like, James, it's okay. We got a big enough. I'm like, no, I ain't putting my shoes in there. Or if I'm watching, if I'm washing like a bunch of towels, right? Because at my building, we had at one point we had like this leak. It was crazy, so I just bought a bunch of towels at the dollar store for like $1. It would just keep it there when it would rain super hard until we got it fixed. And so I remember I'm not going to wash all of these towels because towels get heavy and whatever. And so I go to the laundromat. If I didn't see like a whole bunch of soap and bubbles, I'm assuming it's not cleaning, right? So psychologically, that I get where he's coming from. Yeah. Another one, I get where he's coming from. DJ Khaled, whatever his name is, DJ. So psychologically, but I don't need to. It's not that.
No. If you want bubbles, I mean, literally, like we have a bubble gun in the space with like kids bubble solution. If you want bubbles, then we'll give you a bubble gun. I'm telling you though, that the science behind it is amazing.
Yeah, but I can tell you for those folks that need a little bubble, our product does suds up.
It suds,
but it's not to the extent of when you put the Tide or the Game in.
Right.
It's not, because it's concentrated with the cleaning agent.
Right. And not agua. All right. We're not trying to put nobody bad because we know people from Tide may be listening. No, ain't nobody putting you on blast, bro. We just talking. We're just talking. All right. Gosh, I'm so excited to have you guys in the studio. Now, I know that what made you start, but how long did it take? I mean, from the time you just sitting there like, I want my own detergent. You know what I mean? To, you know what I mean? Just imagine having dinner. What you doing, honey? I don't know. I want my own detergent. You know what I mean? From the time of, the idea to where you have a doggone laundromat, all right? What was it like in the beginning?
So we actually tested the product about 2 years before we hit the market in 2018.
Wow.
Because we wanted to be sure that it worked, that it would be stable enough, that, it wouldn't bother anybody, that nobody would break out from it.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure before we really hit the store that it was not going to be.
And my wife, I don't know if it's from her internal audit background, but my wife, it has to do everything the right way.
All right.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
But
sheesh. That was a shot. Okay, that was a
no.
Go ahead, continue.
A shot. But anyway,
2 years of testing.
So 2 years of testing. We started in 2019 to actually, introduce to market. And the laundromat we just soft opened in June of this year.
Right.
So we've been doing, we pushed through COVID by God's grace.
Wow, yeah.
And some,
you say. So let's go a little less safe.
Okay.
Okay.
2017 through 2019. Little pieces of coin are coming out of the joint account.
That's not true.
I'm like, what's going on with money transfers, laundering? What's happening?
No.
Apparently, a product is being developed, and apparently it's being tested on my back, right? But it's all good. I love it, right? So we did test it. So finally, boom, Sylvia's like, I'm coming with this thing. We had this beautiful not romantic really, but it was like a surprise baby shower for her on our fourth child, right?
Okay.
Benjamin. So Benjamin's on the womb. We're trying to get this thing ready primarily for him because she's like, I want a cloth diaper and I want to make sure I take care of my baby. She gets to the baby shower, doesn't know people are going to be in the room. And I force her to tell people what she's been working on.
Okay.
And she's just like, so she gives her first 30-second pitch at her baby shower.
I love it.
Crazy.
I love it.
Really
unexpected, straight cold, but like still told people like, Denovi we're gonna bring you guys something special. That's where it goes. We launched. Now we got a little bit of a customer base coming. We're actually, in a way, paying the customer to use our product.
Sure.
Because our margins are so tiny, given the fact that we were doing small batches. You know how consumer products are.
Absolutely.
Right? So then a couple months go past, we're like, well, we got to kind of align ourselves with some things. She gets into a Google pitch, wins a Google pitch. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Come on.
Let's go.
So I think I remember one of those.
Yes, the Chicago Urban League.
Right.
Urban League. Shout out to the Urban League.
Yeah.
Right? So then fast forward, we said, okay, cool, let's do another one. This time she pulls me into it. She said, like, let's do Chicago, let's do the Southside pitch.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we win the Southside pitch.
Come on.
Right? So we're like, oh, we really have something viable. First little bit of cash we took, we said, okay, cool. Let's get the product out of our house.
Yeah.
Before we find a way to get a ticket somewhere.
Right.
And let's actually open up our first storage space. We had the tiniest little storage space. But we were using that space not only to store the product, we were also using it to co-pack.
Sure.
So we literally had like a chain, like an assembly line that this engineering brain woman that I have here just figured out and created, and literally had like an assembly line.
Wow.
And we were in there pumping bottles, getting it done, right? Fast forward after that, now we're starting to fill ourselves a little bit, right? So we get a friend, he says, okay, cool, you guys need a little bit of a bigger space. This is about beginning of 2020, right? We beginning of 2020 move into a larger space. We're in a basement area of this loft space. Crazy. We're doing well. Things are going, getting pressed, right? All of a sudden, COVID comes. We got a little bit more product to sell in COVID, but the manufacturers are telling us it's gonna be all right though. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Right. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be all right. Turned into basically 9 months we were stocked out because our product is a natural product and it's a crop yield product. Farmers were not out there farming, and we did not have the crops that we needed to make our product. That's how plant-based we are. We literally did not have the crops to create our product. It wasn't because it was literally connected to crop yield.
Wow.
So we were stocked out for 9 months. And I think at that point, that's when it started to become very obvious to us. we want to have a brand. We also want to have some infrastructure. Going back, keyword infrastructure.
Yeah.
And then that's when I thought of a service component connected with what we were doing with
Sure.
laundry detergent to help it sustain the brand. Now, since then, we've been able to do very, rebound without no problem,
Sure.
work back all of our customers, the majority of our retailers that we work with for sure. But that was a staggering time. And honestly, I mean, it's by the grace that we are actually able to still continue to offer our detergent, because being stocked out that long is unheard of, to be able to pivot back into this. And now we're Dirty Laundry, Hyde Park, with a service component,
Right.
and our brand still intact.
I mean, wow, there's a lot to unpack there, because I was just like, most businesses, Fortune 500 companies went out of business.
Correct.
Okay, Fortune 500 companies went out of business, and for 9 months of detergent, that's based on crops, and there were no crops. I'm like, good gracious. But looking at that, you still stuck to the integrity.
Yeah.
We did, because we easily, it's been tempting, y'all tempt us, y'all tempting fate now. This whole, I want my tag now. Listen, we could have easily just said, okay, we'll do something else.
Right.
We'll do something cheaper. We'll do something more readily available.
Yeah.
So we can get a little bit more money.
Yeah.
We could have done that and charged the same thing.
Yeah.
And nobody would have known the difference.
Right.
But that's not how we do business.
Right.
We like to be as transparent as possible, and do what's healthy for us, the environment, our customers. So, but we're still here.
Our people deserve something gentle on their skin.
Right. But I mean, listen, and I love what you're doing. People come and take a tour of my co-working space that we're building out, and they come in and they see the office. All right, one of the offices, laminate flooring, paneled walls, power raising desks, so you can stand up or sit down, Wi-Fi color printer, smart TV, so you can do presentations. My designer, Keena Strong from Strong on Decor, designed the offices. And people walk in, they're like, wait a minute, wait. This is in Roseland. This is on the south side. This beautiful office. I'm like, yeah, because we deserve it. Right? We deserve it. I'm putting so much money into this because I believe we deserve it. Right? I believe that we should be able to go in and lease an office. It's not just a chair and a desk for $1,000.
Right.
We've got 2 desks in this bad boy. All right. And on top of that, Wi-Fi, like you wouldn't believe, we're actually getting fiber put in. So to be our building will have some of the fastest Wi-Fi on the south side of Chicago. And it'll be wide enough where children in the community can come and literally sit on the chairs we're going to put out and do their homework if they don't have Wi-Fi at home. Right. And so but our community, they deserve that.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And they deserve to get it from us.
For sure.
All right. And especially when we can do it. So the fact that, I'm sorry, there was no product because there was no crops. I mean, I'm just like, that's just crazy to me. There's plant-based, you need plants, right? You need plants. And you need farmers out there farming.
For sure.
And for COVID to shut that down and have no plants, and to see you here with a store front, with a laundromat on 1921 radio. Thank you very much. It's amazing. It is God's grace. I love it. I love it. And another thing I want to point out, I just love, bro, say your name again.
My name is Augustin Emua.
Augustin. Augie. Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out what the nickname was. I was like,
Augie.
that's not what his name is. All right. One of the things, if you peeped it, Augie, the way he praises his wife, I'm sorry, I got to throw that out there. The way he praises his wife and lifts his wife up for what she's done in the business, the brain, the thought process, how she just came up with this engine. And so, I mean, the way he does that, men, take notes. All right, take notes. This is what a power couple, in my opinion, looks like. This is what a couple who's trying to build something looks like, and what it sounds like. Okay, so when we talk about, I'm trying to get this event going with Tabitha Brown, because her husband supports her 100%. And although they're not quote unquote business partners per se, and maybe they are, maybe it's on the back end, I don't know, whatever. When you work together as a couple, I mean, that doesn't always work. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work. And we're gonna, I want you to touch on that, because We have a lot of people who are entrepreneurs.
Yeah, no, dirty
They want to do that. I mean, you know, now don't get too deep. All right, don't be like, I remember one time I wanted to kick him in his knees. You know, no, we don't need that part. We don't need that part.
She might. She might.
But what have you found? What has been the joys? All right, we already know there's bumps in the road. Okay, we already know that. But what have been the highs? All right, so no lows, because we know there's lows there. But what have been the highs of working together as a Black business couple with an incredible product?
I think for me, the highs is when I will say in my mind, when Augie and I are together on interviews and stuff like that, we kind of make quote unquote magic happen, I think. Because he definitely compliments me in areas where I'm feeling weaker or maybe not as well equipped. And I do the same for him. Even if we're in a moment of disagreement, y'all will never know.
Right.
That's the other thing. You kind of got to keep.
Unless you see the facial expressions that I saw, which was funny when y'all were talking about. You were like this. I was like, you cut it. Stop right now.
She would give me those eyes. Like, she would give me those big eyes. Like, what are you talking about?
I love
Wait,
it.
No,
I was watching. I was like, I'm sorry. But no, I love it. I love it.
No, but I mean, you have to, you know, your marriage, your relationship, your personal partnership has to have a boundary to it. And I think people forget sometimes when you're married, and I think we did at first, the lines get blurred between business and the marriage at first. So you have to do a lot of boundary work. Is what we call it. And also seeking some wise counsel to make sure that you stay balanced in the relationship.
Absolutely. I love that. Jay, I think we need to give away one more bottle. All right, caller, we've done 3, we've done 5. 369. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Please.
I know, I'm sorry. We should have done 369. That would have been hilarious. Oh, real quick. All right. So somebody hit my truck. We just got our 2 sons, their passports, right? So we're leaving the main post office downtown on Harrison. Yeah. We're going down Harrison. This girl's in the middle of the intersection at Financial Place and here, right over here. Matter of fact, literally right over here. And she has her left turn signal on. So I said, okay, she's making a left. So I go around her. And at the last second, she just makes a right turn. Oh, boom. Man. Dents the back passenger door on the driver's side. Scratches all of that. She didn't run off. She pulled over. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And it was Sydney, from Pennsylvania visiting her sister. She's like, I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. I got that on video, I'm just saying. I'm about to say, we both got privileged up in this bug. I'm about to tell you, girl. You don't know me. But super, she felt so bad. She has State Farm like I do, right? So it's easy, right? So, file the police report, call my agent, whatever. And she goes, okay, we're about to, we have to send you this confirmation number via text. All right. I said, okay, great. The first 3 numbers were 369. I'm not even lying.
Oh my God.
It was like 5 numbers and it was like 369. And so I had a sister on. I had a sister. So I was like, she like, can you read the numbers back to me? I go, yeah. I go, 369. And she fell out. She knew exactly what I was talking about.
That's so good.
She knew exactly what I was talking about. She was like, you playing. I go, I'm not lying. It's 36925. You know what I mean? She knew exactly what I was talking about.
That's so good.
Bethany would have been like, okay, 369. Okay. Yeah, 36925. Okay. But as soon as I said 369, she was like, no, she kind of got me when she said you is crazy. I said, oh my God.
Somebody said,
I know, there you go. I'm not even lying.
I love you right now.
But I cannot believe, that only happens. I was like, come on. I get a State Farm confirmation number and it starts with 369.
Come on.
So we're going to take caller number 9. You're going to get a bottle of Denobed detergent. You got to know where Hyde Park is, okay? Because I'm not paying for shipping, all right? I'm not paying for shipping. All right. I'm just paying for the detergent. All right. But I also want you to go by and see what they're doing. Okay. So it's more than me just getting the detergent. All right. But 1921 Radio, we're going to support small businesses. All right. But we want you to see what they're doing and then tell a friend. Okay. When I buy you one, I want you to buy one for someone else. Okay. We spend money like crazy. We waste money. I know. I just got back from Vegas. Although I won money.
Right.
I had to spend the money to get there.
Right.
And Usher wasn't cheap where we were sitting at. But anyway, all right. So we spend money. We have money. Okay. What is his what is the brother's name? He's in the Nation of Islam. He said it's not that we have a money problem. We have a sense problem. Like we ain't got no sense. You know what I mean? Like we and he broke down how much money Black people spend.
Was it Brother Islam?
Yeah, but I think it was Brother Islam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it on TikTok. I mean, it's been everywhere, but I just saw it on TikTok. I said, and I just saved all of his videos. Anything, I saved all of his videos because he's speaking out. But it goes back to what I was saying. I mean, and it's kind of like what I create. When I started in 1921, I sold all my crypto. This is why I tell everybody about investing. Why you have to invest. You don't invest just to be investing. You invest because you never know when something's going to come up and you're going to have the money.
For sure.
Right? Yeah. I was investing. And this building falls in my lap, 12,000 square foot building. Shout out to Jarima Gorin for finding it. Building falls in my lap, sell all my crypto, find some friends to invest, bought the building, 12,000 square feet, cash, which I'm glad we did because we bought in the middle of COVID, assuming COVID would be soon done, and it wasn't. But I didn't have to pay a mortgage on that bad boy because I paid for it. Right. It's worth $1 million now. Just say it, 369, about to buy. So anyway. But my point is, you invest because you never know when you're going to need that, right? And so what we did was we created this. So after we couldn't find any Black millionaires who cared enough to move the Black community forward, because what 1921 Co-working and Incubator does, not only do we bring these beautiful office spaces for Black-owned businesses to be able to have an office instead of whatever, but the tech incubator side is we launch Black tech startups in the community. So imagine now in Roseland and Inglewood and Austin and Pilsen, $55,000 to $60,000 a year jobs. All right, because we launched the tech startup there. We didn't launch it downtown. So when we couldn't find any Black millionaires who were like, "Man, I love that. Here you go." And I met with a bunch of them who could literally underwrite the whole thing. Because we have a nonprofit on the 1920 incubators now. They could have lived it. Here you go, and wrote it off. Didn't want to. We ended up getting. Jewish guy was putting up, $1.5 million. He wants us to raise another, and so another $500,000. So we created what's called our stakeholder opportunity. And so we said, man, what if we? And I got a chance. I talked about this on NPR radio. I said, man, what if we? When you look at companies, they come into the community, and they're mostly incentivized, right? We'll give you a tax break. Just come to the Black community. We'll give you this. Well, what happens when those tax credits run out? Adios. Bye. Right. And then couple that with, theft or whatever, and rioting and and whatever. You give them an easy reason to leave. Right. But the community benefited nothing financially.
Correct.
Right.
They got nothing. All right. They got a minimum wage job. Yeah. Right. Now imagine a company comes into Roseland, Inglewood, Austin, Chatham, all the other neighborhoods, and we say, not only are we going to launch this company, but we're going to bring high-paying jobs. But guess what? You can be a stakeholder in this company as well. So as this company makes money, if you're a stakeholder, guess what? You get a chance to get those dividend checks every year. Right. This is how wealthy people stay wealthy. Right? I did a thing. I was talking to some people about shares over equity. So we don't sell shares. All right. We don't. All right. We give equity. You get equity in the company. Now, quick question. If you had $8,000 or $5,000 or $1,500 and Facebook went public about 10 years ago, 11 now, but 10 years ago, if you had $1,500, you'd have about 30 some shares in Facebook 10 years ago. Those shares, well, right now they're bad, but last year in April, you have about $8,000. Right? Not bad. $1,500 investment, 10 years, $8,000 just sitting there. But if you had $1,500 and you saved Mark Zuckerberg's life from choking, and he says, I'll give you anything you want. You go, I got $1,500. He goes, all right, I'll give you 1% equity in Facebook. Okay? 1%. You got 39 shares, 1% equity in Facebook. over that same 10-year period, you would have made about $8,000 with your shares. You would have made about $4.5 billion with the equity.
Yeah.
1% equity.
1%.
And so what we did was we decided, hey, let's not do the whole share thing. Let's create an opportunity for people to get equity in the businesses that we launch. Because that's the generational stuff, right? You would have to be like my mom and dad invested back in the early 80s for your shares to be worth, in the millions, right?
Correct.
We don't have time for that. We're trying to create generational wealth now. So that's where the equity. So that's literally what we did. We created our stakeholder opportunity where people can invest a minimum $500. But if they're in the community, as that business grows now, they benefit from that as well. I say all that to say is that we literally have the resources within the community to support businesses like Denobi Detergent. Scale. We literally have it. If 10,000, I keep going up and down, right? 15,000, whatever, Black folks were to come in and buy and just commit to 1 month.
1 month.
Right? I mean, no, I'm sorry, commit to a year. I don't want a month. No, commit to 1 year. I'm going to buy Denobi detergent every month for a year, and then I'm hooked. You'll be hooked after the first 2 months, I'm pretty sure. After the first month, you're like, dang, this is perfect. It feels great on my skin. All right? If 10,000 people were to do that, it's 150,000 a month. Those are jobs. All right?
Jobs, that's infrastructure.
Infrastructure, that's another place. Exactly.
Licensing, perpetual licensing.
Right.
And then a lot of give back too.
Right. And so we've got to think that way. We can't be like, oh, I get to buy Tide now, so I'm just going to buy Tide. Well, guess what? You get to buy Denobi detergent as well.
Seriously.
Right? You get to invest in Black tech startups as well.
Exactly.
And I think that's where 1921, the whole idea is pushing the agenda. I'm not going to lie, I have an agenda. My agenda is that we get back to supporting, right? But my whole thing is, like I've always said before in the past, you can do both.
Yes.
All right, no one is telling you only support Black, although there's nothing wrong with that. But you're supporting everybody else.
Right.
And apparently there's nothing wrong with that either. Right. So my thing is this: we can do both. All right. So I'm asking WVO and family, the 1921 radio listeners, and anyone watching live to commit for a year, once a month. And heck, if you got multiple kids, then I get it. You may have to buy a couple. I'm down to one kid now. This joker is leaving next year, and I'm an empty nester. I got one more year with this kid. I love this kid though. One more year. All right. Which is although my middle son came over, literally washed. No, my youngest son, we bought him some new socks. Right? I was like, bro, those socks aren't even white anymore. Okay.
Right.
Get some, but he's an athlete. Yeah, it doesn't care. So we bought some new socks. He literally went down and washed 8 pairs of socks in the washing machine. I just happened to come out. I was like, what are you washing? White clothes? Yeah, just the socks. I go, just the socks? Right. You watch it? He goes, yeah, but Dad, I put it on low and speed wash. I'm like, just the socks?
Right.
So anyway, you know what I mean? So unless you have one of those, all right, buy this detergent. I'm buying 3 bottles to give away. And I'm going to buy one for myself, okay? I want you to go. So let's do that. Can you tell your, hey, I'm going to Dirty Laundry. No. Yeah.
Dirty Laundry.
Dirty Laundry. By Denobi. Dirty Laundry by Denobi in Hyde Park on
5230 South Harper.
South Harper in Hyde Park. Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
But I get it though, because the Chicago accent, we can't assume.
Right. Yeah, that's right. You don't know. Right? So if we can buy Tide and other detergents, that's fine. You can do that. It's a free country. I'm asking you to commit to supporting Denobi detergent for a year, once a month, for a year. That's all I'm asking, that you do that. I've already bought 3 months. Okay. I just bought 3 months. I just bought 3 bottles. I'm giving away 3 bottles. So I just did my part for 3 months. All right, maybe a year is too far to commit. Maybe mentally. But damn, a year, I don't know where it's. Can I do 6 months? Yes, you can do 6 months. Yeah. But I did 3 months, so I'm going to challenge you to do 3 months. I bought 3 months worth of detergent, of Denobi detergent. I want 1,000 more people. I want 10,000 really. All right. WVON has 180,000 weekly listeners. Yes. Okay. And so, we need to get a commercial about your, and we're going to run it on 1921radio.com. Okay. So we'll get a commercial. It'll run. So we play house music when there's no shows. We play house music, and then we run commercials from small Black businesses. All right. So 30-second commercial about your detergent. Okay. So 10,000 people, but tell a friend to tell a friend. If you tell a friend about the house party, what's it called? Chosen Few.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Imagine if every Black person at Chosen Few bought some Denobi detergent.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
For 3 months in a row. You bought one month, bought one 2 months, bought one 3. All right, I did 3 months. I'm about to buy another one, so that's 4 months.
You can have it.
Yeah, you can have it.
We can do both.
But you're not gonna want it. You're not gonna want it after you try.
Right, you're not gonna want the other one. I'm just telling you so you don't feel like I'm telling you what to do.
Yes, you're not telling you.
All right.
That is a great and amazing point, sir.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want you to feel like we're telling you what to do. We're asking you. We're telling you that you can do both. Okay. We're telling you that you literally can do both. Yeah. So commit to supporting Denobi. I'm so glad you guys came in today.
Thank you for having us.
I mean, I almost don't want to let you go, man, but I know little Lord is knocked out, boy. She's like, I want to hang with y'all tonight. I'll never do this again. It's so cute. Oh, real quick. Hopefully she won't be traumatized. Our youngest son, we went to IKEA, and he's in the back seat. We bought too much stuff, right? So
that happens.
Right. So I have an SUV. So we put all the seats down, and we realized we don't have enough room. So he had to literally we felt so bad.
Oh my God.
This kid is traumatized. If we say IKEA, he does not want to go.
Oh, God.
We felt so bad. We were driving back. We were like, Connor, we're so sorry. We're horrible parents. We are horrible parents.
But you can't leave it out there.
I know, man. It was so bad, man. I was like, it's almost like we thought we were empty nesters already.
Oh.
We just loaded that thing up. So Lauren's going to be like, radio studio, no. No studio. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Augie and Sylvia. Oh, dang it! Don't tell me.
It literally is.
I literally was about to say it because I'm thinking
it's the way it looks too. That's what's so.
Oh,
crazy.
really? I don't even.
It's just tricky. It's EMUWA.
That's right.
No. Oh, see how it's a brain trick.
Right. It did.
Literally EMUWA and move what. But the problem is that the W is there.
Right.
The W throws you off. If it didn't have a W, you say, oh, and move.
Yeah.
That and the tone of the E in English is different than Igbo.
Right.
True.
Now, how do you say it in Igbo?
Igbos come with the a little bit more. It's but the reality is that E right there in English is still
It's E. It sounds like E.
Maybe. But I mean, if you said Edward or it's like a
Edward.
It E, yeah.
Ladies,
so that's why
we are getting. This is
sorry.
Black Rosetta Stone. I love it.
We're going into neuroscience.
I love it.
Trying to go into neuroscience.
I love it. I'm learning Igbo today. And again, sorry. I love it. When I say he got his own money, he got his own money. I'm sorry, Sylvia, you hit the jackpot. I'm sorry, but ladies and gentlemen, we've had Augie and Sylvia in from Dirty Laundry by Denobi and Denobi detergent. It's amazing. Dorinda, Crystal. Wait, did we give away the third one already? Oh, okay. Caller number. Are they still there? Oh, my bad. Oh. All right, caller number 9. Come on in. You listen to 1921 Radio. I'm sorry, 369. My bad. Girl, you caller number 9. You 369. Dog, you fine. Let me give it to you one more time. Get low. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to. What's your name? Stephanie. I love it. Stephanie, thank you, first of all, for listening. All right. And thank you for holding on, because I swear I forgot. I'm sitting up here I'm like, hey, did we give away this? I'm literally listening to 3 now. I'm like, wait, did we give the third one away? Stephanie, have you ever used anything plant-based before? Okay, good. Because you're about to leave me out there. The last girl's like, oh, absolutely. So. I'm like, dang, I feel like a heathen. All right. So, Stephanie, this is awesome. So you and I are in the same boat, girl. All right. I forgot to check with Dorinda to see if she has. So, Stephanie, please, you know where Hyde Park is, right? All right. What's the address again, real quick, Sylvia and Augie?
5230 South Harper Avenue.
All right, it's in the Denobi. It's in the Dirty Laundry by Denobi laundromat. Say that 10 times. I'm just kidding. Well, like Dirty Laundry by Denobi. All right. So Stephanie, make sure you give Jay your phone number because we're gonna give that to Augie and Sylvia so they'll know it's the real Stephanie. Okay? Because trust me, people be trying to get free stuff like. My name is Stephanie. Stephanie what? Well, you didn't answer my last name. All right. What's your phone number? Dang it. All right. So we want to make sure Stephanie gets it. Okay. Are you from Chicago, Stephanie? Born and raised?
Yeah.
Well, further east of that. No, not that big one. No, not that one. Nope. I know which one you're talking about. This one is by the Harper Theater. Yep, Harper Theater, right there on Harper. All righty. Make sure you give Jay. Don't hang up. Give Jay your phone number. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All righty. We'll be back after this break. We're gonna let the Imawus go. Emue. We're gonna let Augie and Sylvia go at the double church. We'll be back after these messages. Oh man, I messed that up, bro.
No. It's so funny. I'm telling you, it's when your brain says it's African, you just make up a different sound. it's like it literally is.
Oh
like, man.
Dude, that was so funny, man. It's like your mind just make up stuff. It's true though. This is true.
That 369 was hilarious.
No, bro, that was a true story. I literally was like, "Oh, you play," and I knew immediately. As soon as it popped up, I'm sorry, I'm about to say it. You can't say 369 without saying 369. But dude, she lost me. She lost me when she said "you is crazy." I was like, "Girl, did you just say you is?" But I didn't say that because she's handling my claim. I was like, I wanted to be like, "Yeah, we don't believe you."
Right.
But when she said "you is crazy," Mr. Brock, I was like,
just appreciate all of the.
You a State Farm agent, girl? You an agent? You talking to people for real?
Quentin, appreciate you.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously.
Guys, thanks for coming in. This is a good interview, man.
This is awesome. Truly appreciate it.
We're going to have to see the commercial. I do want to ask you, because you mentioned something about small businesses being able to do radio, because I have an affinity for radio because my grandfather owned 2 radio stations.
Wow.
So you want the numbers again?
Yeah. You can give it to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can give it to them. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Jay.
Thank you.
That way, you'll know when they come in and they say who they are. So.
Okay. But yeah, so my father.
Thank you, sir.
Owned, before he passed, 2 radio stations. One of them is still WBAB in Mississippi.
Okay.
On Chitlin Circuit.
Okay.
The other one is like near the Mississippi-Louisiana border.
Okay.
Once my grandmother passed, like I think they sold it because
Sure.
But yeah, so I have an affinity for radio because that's
Wow.
But yeah, I would love to be able to do radio. So if anything we could do to like get started, you just let us know.
And plus, you got a classy voice. I feel like your voice is always just.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Well, listen. Well, the way we're setting it up is so like I buy this time on WM, but I get a chance to keep my own, ads and radio, whatever. So they don't pay me, I pay for it.
Okay.
So I pay like $500 a week. I got a 3-hour show.
Okay.
And so we're kicking off. So when and this all kind of just fell in my lap. It was literally like I have the show and I said I need to get a website for 1921 Radio just so I can whatever. So I'm Googling radio templates, right? So I can kind of see, because I build websites, right? So I'm like, all right, let me see what I can kind of, imitate whatever. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I type in radio templates, this company pops up and they design radio website templates. Okay, so I'm like, so I start looking at it. So then but they have different kinds of templates, and one of them is a news radio template, and that's how I started doing the articles. So now I'm like, I can publish articles for Black-owned businesses now. So when people Google them, it's like, when you say, oh yeah, when you go to funders or investors, yeah, we've been featured here. Your radio interview link will be on there. So you're able to literally list to clients, to customers, clients, real clients, customers, potential investors, funders. Hey, we've got media. We've been featured here. Here's our story in 1921 Radio. It's an online magazine. And that's kind of what led to that. And so then it said, I met with a brother named Lamont and invested in put money into a studio. So now we have a studio. And then I was like, wait, it came with a radio, like a 24/7 streaming radio.
Oh, wow.
And the guy, Lamont, is a genius. He figured out how to do, I'm serious. It just, things just happen in divine order. I got it. It was WordPress, the worst ever thing to build a website on. Oh man, I was pulling what little hair I had out. It was just, frustrating. When I tell you frustrating, it was frustrating. But I figured it out. Figured it out. Now we got it up and running. And there's still things I can't figure out. I got to call their tech support. But now what we did, I realized that I have my own radio show. Right? It's like having a 24/7 like OWN, like when Oprah bought OWN. It's 24/7. So you have to fill time slots, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, that's why when you go like Oprah, she's got all these syndicates. She's got like 2020 on OWN, right? So some of those shows they buy, it's syndicate they buy are from like 10 years. They're like 10 years old, 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because the regular ones are running on regular networks. So you can buy. That's why you see Friends on like 20 different cable shows. Right, because you can buy those. And so people own those cable slots.
Okay.
Right? So, you got the ESPNs and the news, but all the other ones, people like Oprah, they buy. And so Oprah needs content. So that's what I have. So I've got to be able to fill all these hours shows, slots. Right? So what we charge, we do $400 a month. Right, but you can keep your own. We tell everybody the same thing. You can keep your own radio ads. So you can literally have 5 friends, 5 people, get 5 people to run a commercial ad and charge $100, right? And that pays for your whole month.
So we about to get back on.
You see what I'm saying? But having a radio show, though, it helps small business because you get a chance to talk about your business.
Get a radio.
Right, and so that's why. And that's why I have a lot of the people who are getting their own shows now, they have these service type businesses, like financial. One guy does this financial thing, whatever. Another she does insurance and something else, right? So she can talk about her own show. Another one does travel and leisure. You know what I mean? And so she has her own show. Another guy's doing one on education. Right, and then another one is doing an entertainment show. Right, so I'm tasked with filling up each of these hours. Right, and so that's how we do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it, can you go to your website
Oh, like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just not. No, I'm ready to go back.
All over, right?
But no,
15,000 people.
Yeah. So
decided for 6 months.
Do you just like go to your website, contact
cool. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. You just contact us directly, and then you say, "Hey, I like to, Saturdays at 2:00. I don't know. I'm just throwing out the time. Like we'd like to have Saturdays at 2:00 from 2 to 3.
That would put us in a position
from 2 to 3, and it would be for minimum 3 months. So let's say after 3 months, you're like,
that would easily
we have people. We have people coming in, or not coming in. We have people who are really digging this detergent. We're able to market our own detergent with our own show, and we talk about the benefits of plant-based products. And so for 4 months or 3 months minimum, like this, I'm locked in for a year. So I'm going to end up spending $24,000. Right? Except for last month, they had 5 Thursdays. I was like, guys, I'm killing me. But basically, it allows you to talk about your business and what your services. The number one thing that every advertising agency will tell you is you got to do content. When newspapers were king, it was a minimum 12 weeks you needed to advertise because people had to see it and see it and see it and see it. And oh, I keep seeing this, let me go buy it. But advertising in a newspaper for 12 weeks was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But newspaper was king at the time, and that's what people did. Well, now it's online. It's cheaper online, but they'll tell you you got to whatever. We're the only ones that says we'll give you your own show, your own 1 hour. A 30-second ad in Chicago, the average is $362 for one 30-second commercial. For $400, you get 4 hours, one time a week, to talk about your business and whatever. So we feel like we got a great deal. All right. And for me, my goal is to fill up all those 24 hours. So when we don't have anyone, right? Like if you go to 1921radio.com, you're going to hear this broadcast. So we broadcast this live on the 1921 radio. Any other time you hear house music, or you're going to hear commercials from small business. So the way we make our money is we go to small business and say, hey, 30-second ad, it's like $25, and we'll run it on 1921 radio.
And how often is it?
Well, the commercials will just run. He just plugs them in.
Oh.
So it's house music. You may hear 2 commercials and house music, 3 commercials. So but because we're still growing right now, your commercials will run all the time until we fill up all the shows. Well, then if you have your own show, well, you run your own commercials.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we're doing. So that's kind of what we're doing. So we're about to kick that off. We're about to start marketing that next week. So the people who have their own show will be on my show next Thursday to talk about who they are, introducing them to the WVON family. So that was one of the reasons why I bought whatever. WVON has about 180,000 listeners. So I get a chance, and we get people listening all the way up until midnight when my show goes off. You know what I mean? And so now with 19, so now we just open up the subscribers. I mean, we're at about 100-some subscribers now, and then we kicked we're giving away. If you subscribe, you can win Michael Jackson Broadway tickets, Fantasia, Jodeci, Hamilton. We just gave away the Hamilton tickets. Well, we're giving away the Hamilton tickets tomorrow. Yeah, y'all need to subscribe.
Tickets, but hopefully they won't fall.
I know, right? Hopefully it'll be both of them, because one of them, but JoJo, no, it's JoJo. He had a stroke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw that. He had a stroke.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, I thought KC would be the one that be messed up, because JoJo just seemed like the nice guy, clean, whatever. KC's the one that was like, wow. And it's JoJo that had this stroke and everything. KC still goes strong. Like, I remember one time, man, they had a video of him riding he was on the top of his bodyguard's shoulders eating chicken.
Oh my God.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Man, it's crazy. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. So we're trying to build a Crane Chicago type whatever. Our layout is top notch.
That's amazing.
It's not like it doesn't look like Block Club Chicago, not knocking them because they feature me, but it doesn't look like a basic newsletter. It's an actual Crane's. It's on the level of Crane's Business Chicago. The way we are able to feature the articles, the way they look, the way you find them. You can search Denobi and the thing, and it'll pop up.
Yeah, we want to definitely support on that, man. That's huge.
Oh, thanks, man.
We got to get involved and get connected on. And like those radio commercials, man. I mean, that's everything. Like to keep this thing going.
Absolutely, man. So just all you gotta do is just sit like however you want to do the commercial. Like if you want to record it at the studio. So the studio's on 127th. And also
exactly where that's at.
Yeah. And so you can come in there, run your video, your audio commercial, and then it'll be plugged into rotation.
Yeah, we gotta get that going. Because where do you feel like the majority of your listeners are in the city? I guess, like what areas?
So I got to go back and look, because when you sign up to subscribe, it's got your name, your last name, your email, and your zip and your city. So we don't have the zip code. We just have the city, but I'd have to look at the back end to see where people are listening from.
Okay.
But we did city because it's online, so people can listen from everywhere. So
yeah.
But yeah.
And I'm thinking that I asked questions because I was thinking like it'd be really, really cool to get a somewhat idea, because it would be, now we have like the laundry that would be how we try to do. Because one of our biggest things is like, okay, so not only is the detergent company benefiting from this exposure, but then that service piece.
Yeah.
So this is our chance to kind of play in a sandlot and say, well, what does this model look like to have a service tied into a brand?
Yeah.
And, we want to be able to end our time, whatever that time is. We hope it'll be whatever time it is, right? Like as long as possible. But when that time ends, we want to be able to say, yes, like we have created a successful model that can actually be a service. So the people that are local, that are in the city, they can come right here and we can do the washing code.
Right.
Or they can utilize the space or hear about our programming. So we've got like every second Saturday, Sky Arts are going to be doing some kids stuff.
Okay.
Some upcycling, some entrepreneurial stuff in the space. Every Thursday, starting next Thursday, is going to be Laundry After Dark.
Okay.
Some cool things. Eventually have more and more DJs, artists come back. And then honestly, we want to do a couple of talks about Black economics in the space. So, we had to figure out a panel, but would love to get you in the space.
Oh man, dude,
like
I'm in. You.
Yeah, we want to pull together that experience for the guys, or whoever wants to attend. Definitely like having a really, really amazing, beautiful presence, man, in the community to talk specifically about it from different vantage points.
Well, I'll tell you, man, my whole, I was telling a friend that I think I don't know if I shared it on the radio show yet, but I mean, I get the whole woke idea, but what woke has done, the ideology of it, it is the new form of desegregation. Because what woke says is, that I've experienced, woke says, like for instance, I've met Black VCs, right? Venture capitalists, they're Black, they're all woke, right? They're all like whatever. They are more focused on making sure that predominantly white run tech incubators are doing more for Black-owned businesses than they are for supporting a Black tech incubator. So imagine you're talking to a Black VC who's so woke that it's like, no, we're going to make sure that so-and-so incubator is doing their part for Black tech startups. And then I say, hey, that's great. I'm launching a Black tech incubator where we're going to invest in, because you're saying they need to do more to invest in Black tech startups. We're a Black tech incubator. We're launching Black tech startups. Will you invest in us? No. Because we deserve to be for that incubator to do for Black-owned businesses. And I was like, well, you can do both, right? You can invest and support a Black tech incubator, and if you so think, hold other incubators accountable. They couldn't see it. So I said, you mean to tell me there's a Black tech incubator that's going to invest in Black tech startups and launch them, but you're more focused on making sure the one that's predominantly white, that they make sure that Black tech incubator, that's where you're looking to invest your money. It's incredible, but it's the new form of desegregation, the mindset, where you could ride the bus. No, I can ride the front of the bus now. And you literally shut down Black-owned businesses so you can ride in the front of the bus. It was amazing to hear this guy talk about how Black people shut down their whole bus line, the whole bus business that before desegregation got Black people to and from work. But when they said, oh, you can ride in the front now, that's more important than supporting them. I mean, listen, I'm not saying segregation is whatever. I'm not on that. I think things are great. I mean, I'm glad I can go wherever I want. But at the same time, I got to make sure that I'm still supporting XYZ. So if I go buy a pair of Christian Louboutins, I'm going by my boy, I'm drawing a mental blank, Milton, who owns the only Black clothing store on Chicago Avenue in the Gold Coast. So if I buy a pair of red bottoms, I bought a blazer, shirt. I can do both. I really can. I can buy shoes from him. My boy Jeff Beckham just got his own shoe line through Mark Nolan. Have you heard of Mark Nolan?
Yeah.
Right? Mark Nolan, dope shoes.
That's where Marshall just took a picture in our laundry.
The boutique.
Mark Nolan shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So my boy Jeff just got his own shoes through Mark Nolan. Right? So my point is we can literally do both. Right? I can go to Gibson's downtown, and I can go to in Hyde Park on 50. I'm right on 53rd. Brother
Liam's?
No. On 53rd. True. No, not True. Yeah. But it's right. It's right. Virtue.
Yeah.
My point is I can do both.
Yeah.
I can go to Truth on 39th.
Yeah.
I can go to Hugo's Frog Bar. The mentality of no, I can go here because I can, and then not go to the black one, and you've convinced yourself, no, they don't have good service, so I don't go. What? Who told you that? It's there's stuff I'm about to get all of them because the hypocrisy is real.
Hypocrisy is real.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I said, so I'm all for recognizing whatever, but at some point you got to go to sleep and then wake back up and then support, black-owned businesses. You know what I mean? Again, I don't tell anyone how to spend their money or where to spend their money. No, I don't tell them how to spend their money because it's their money. But I do tell them you can spend your money with both. You can buy here and you can buy here. And that's why I said, man, if 10,000, 15,000 people for 6 months, you know what I mean, were to buy your detergent, what that would look like economically for not only you, but for the community and the jobs that'll be created. Imagine you buy detergent at a place and your nephew is now working at the same place you buy the detergent from.
Exactly.
Teach
right.
kids how to do this and advance in the company this way, learning all the trades, it's so much more than just get your paycheck.
Yeah.
The next time they do one of those self-love days, it's got to be buy something black. Because I just everything you're saying is the only thing one of the things that resonates to me is this idea of like self-hate a little bit too. Like you just you don't believe that you can actually, you don't believe that we, which is you, can actually pioneer and do something with a little bit of support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just hard for you to figure it out and create a logic behind or some sort of mental model in your mind because you're saying that, like this is what's proven, which is somebody else's resource.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to sort of bank on. And that's it's tough. It's tough. I mean, we have to scrape for every single piece.
Yeah.
But we've had people, I mean, when you say hypocrisy, you ask me for a dermatology report, you're not going to endure, you can't guarantee, I don't know about all that. But you don't ask any questions to Procter and Gamble.
Right.
Not at all.
You don't ask any questions to Unilever.
Yeah.
You don't even.
They don't know a single name of anybody that works there.
You don't know who works there. You don't know the CEO, CFO, or whoever.
Right.
You don't even know. You don't even look at anything.
Right.
You just buy the price. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
But you want me to justify to you, write you a dissertation, give you a dermatology report, and get licensing.
Right. So this product is for you then.
Right.
So all they're doing is they're trying to come up with a reason not to support you.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, just be like, look, if you don't want to buy it, just say you don't want to buy it, bro.
Right.
All right. Because I could just give you something you wouldn't know if it was true or not. Right. So just say you don't want to buy it. All right. You don't. If it makes you feel better about yourself that I went in and did my investigation and whatever, that's fine. Okay. But this isn't for you.
Right.
Just say it. That's why I tell them. Just say it. All right, but don't try and make it sound like you're genuinely concerned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just don't.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what though? This is what I will say though. I mean, this is the balance in terms of you want to support, but then you also truly understand that a part of our emancipation growth is that we can't advocate for ourselves and ask the questions and push, right, and say what we need to say. So my thing is, I'm like. I'm not as with me.
No.
True.
No, there's things that I'm going to ask on. Okay.
Yeah.
If you selling a car, whatever, not even a car, but I mean like my thing. Oh, is everything okay with it? Can I see the CarMax report, or whatever it's called, whatever, right? I'm not going to go into a restaurant like, how do I know where you got this steak from?
Right.
How do I know where you got this food from? All right.
It's not right.
Right. I mean, it's not even that. Coming in, I don't want to support you. But I feel like if I don't, I'll feel guilty. So let me go in and talk myself out of it. To feel like I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with if you are genuinely like, I don't know anything about plant-based. That's why I was asking. I've never used plant-based, right? So I would love to know. I'd love to be educated, and then I'm going to buy it, right? But this, where did you get your degree? What?
Right.
Where did I get my degree?
That's real,
right? No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's. But you would go into another store. You would go right into Walmart and go in it and buy Tide and wouldn't think twice. Right?
Still eat them Takis with them cancer cause they're telling you on the label.
Yeah.
Don't eat too many, because you're gonna get cancer.
Right.
You buying the whole shelf.
Right. You haven't asked
Because
one
they're
question,
new.
right?
Yeah.
You haven't asked one question.
Yeah. That's one question.
And so, and again,
25.
yeah. Oh yeah. You guys gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Thank
I
you.
thoroughly
know I did
enjoyed
too.
Thank you,
it.
Lord. She's knocked out.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, we'll be back with the last 30 minutes, guys. I'll walk you guys out.
Lord, ow.
I'm gonna be back soon. Oh my goodness. So you have another 30. So you until midnight.
Yeah. So I usually have twice a month. I have someone who comes in and they take over.
Oh.
10:30 to 12.
Oh.
I have like an entertainment show.
Oh, okay.
And they take over 10:30 to 12. And so those are the days that I long for because those are the days that I long for because I get to go home at 10:30.
Right.
You know, because I'm up early already.
Yeah.
And so to be able to do my show from an hour and a half, eventually what I want to be able to do is have somebody in here from now I may do my own show on 1920radio.com. I mean, I'll still have Thursday nights. But eventually the goal, like I said, is to fill every hour side. You got everything?
Yes, I got the people.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the restroom. Thank you.
school is mostly 1% of all code on GitHub right now is AI generated. The Peters results contain something I've never seen. When we examined her mitochondrial DNA, the genetic fingerprint passed down from mother to daughter across generations, we found that she carries DNA from the oldest paternal haploid, a very ancient branch of the mtDNA tree, just adjacent to what scientists call the mitochondrial Eve, the most recent woman from whom all living humans today descend. When mitochondrial Eve was walking around, there were no human beings alive. Everybody was black. I predate race. You predate? White in America accept responsibility. Yet for centuries of oppression, it's from the long years of degradation, discrimination, which have attacked his victims.
I activist founding Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird, from what I can tell, have a lot of medals and a lot of. Everyone on Twitter is talking about this Pinky Doll. She's known for doing like very AI NPC type. You give me show the way now. You show me love now.
No. We have a house in Jersey. We have a house in Jersey. We have 2 kids.
Man, so I gotta go back home. You know what? No. I did that. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I was trying to. I was hoping they want to say it like you gotta go. That's why I was like, yeah. What happened was my 9:45 come in, but she was going to talk about a program at my building. So someone broke in yesterday or last night. They didn't break in, well they did because it wasn't there. But someone like there's a nonprofit. So I have all the upstairs offices and I have the top one. So that's what they keep their stuff. Starting out here. So what it looks like is someone who got took a lock on the chain fence, the covered door, lock, and you gotta unlock the door. So there's no way you can kick it in or whatever. Because big things, I get a call from the person who's I'm thinking they broke into the main area, so the office, all that stuff. But no, they keep it vacant. So I go down and I'm like, lock is not the open. Right? I'm like, who's going to be able to fix the lock? They can't fix the door, but didn't do the other 3. So anyway, they stole a bunch of stuff. But the thing that hurt us that they stole the copper pipe, the water in there. We have the water. That's what they do. And that's what hurt. So they stole the lawnmower, other stuff, you know what I mean, and whatever. But they took the copper. Yep. All that. There's no water. couldn't hope eventually. So by that happening, you can't put a show. So fortunately, she get called in and talked about her adventure. She was talking about it, wasn't like she was doing the whole. She was into the conversation. Yeah. Right. So I don't know, I'm the only one that I haven't seen on the whole building. I was saying, this is a building. Yeah. So, stuff. So not bad, but it is not when you see like my age is like not able to want to work with like if you feel like you cost $10,000, then you fine. But if you get a guy who comes in and is not going to pay $100,000, yeah, you don't want to buy it, right? $80,000, and then you got a team, right? The business, and right. So we got these guys coming in tomorrow. So you got yeah. Work on ourselves before we got super cold and tight or whatever. Yeah. And then something we said. The hard part is you can't put it on those in. Because only is so now yeah. But the thing is, you got to put it where they can break it. You know what I mean? They can break it. So we got to put it like, I don't know. We got to really, they got some great. Wow. You already told, I already told you. I'm about to say, you made sure us, you made sure us to take your wife. You're talking both of us. Oh, I know, man. I got another walking away. guy. Next thing you know, like, I'm crazy. I got to take this to the mom. Oh, he was right behind. Literally right behind. Oh, yeah. Everyone got their money. I like that though. Yeah. And I too like yeah. I mean, although you got cars, oh, yeah. All of them. They're not reading stuff. Exactly. Yeah, man, it was. That's like a good ass. It was great. He gave a whole. He gave a whole. Just me and my wife before. I hit my birthday. Oh, so I did a little. Yeah. This is how it started. Oh, right. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. I was killing it, bro. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. So this was one of the dances. So after I finished gambling, I saw her walking with the kids. So they don't pay anything themselves. They were on their way to their hotel. They were right here at the residency. Like I got to meet her. I forgot her name. Whatever. But she needs her visa's on. And so when I told her what I do, and I own a media company, she's like, oh my God, I really have to do this for her. That's what I'm myself. Now I've been published. Like I'm doing stuff here. Where's from Japan? Oh, so she's not happy. Yeah, yeah. No. You're a. I know, man. You're a. That's it. Like if you see her in person, she's straight, whatever, wedding blazers. I know, man. She was straight up Asian. So you have a work, yeah, but prior to his presidency, it went long. Originally, his presidency ended in whatever, not ended, but they extended. Oh, yeah. I don't even know. I thought he was doing it last year. Also, it wasn't, but then you like, well, I mean, man, like, but his was just because we thought we missed it because it was last year. And that's much going on. We couldn't get out. And so my wife last year was like, oh, he's doing it again. He's going to be in July. On my birthday. We were like, oh, we got it. And yeah. So we got the man. We call him Michael Jackson. Incredible. Man. Yeah. Right. So I'm about to, all I need is oh, we're getting the tickets next week. Oh, sweet. Yeah. You did? Yeah. Okay. Okay. If I know, I'll get it to you. I'll get it from you. Yeah, man. Yeah, make sure you got it, brother. Get out of here, bro. I'll take that rest. Thank you, man. Live. Yeah. Live. Okay. Okay. Peace, everybody. Thank you.